Hello, happy Friday. Friday always brings to mind coffee because it used to be my Friday coffee treat. And it's also something that I often get asked if coffee is bad and what my opinion of it is and whether I drink coffee. I thought I'd share a couple of things. First of all, I did used to drink coffee when I was a student. It was my thing, mainly like espresso, cafe coffee, mainly because that's what everyone was doing. We'd all just go walk off to the coffee shop and have a coffee until I started getting some pretty intense digestive issues. So IBS and like having problems there, and I became aware of how coffee was affecting me, and lay off it. I actually stopped drinking coffee for a year, which was kind of, I was working in a cafe at the time as a student, and seemed like the most bizarre thing that I didn't even consume coffee when particularly like the barista was having like a million coffees a day and everyone around me was. And at the time I was just like, no, I feel better without it. And then I started working in an office job, and again that coffee culture came back, and it was sort of became a Friday treat. So I thought, oh yeah, like it's Friday, it's a bit more relaxed. I'll have a coffee because I do really love the taste of it. And then a few years went on, and I realized that Fridays were actually my most stressful day. They're meant to be, casual Friday. And for me, it was like, oh, I had so much, I had so much on my mind, and I just wanted to finish off a few things for the week, and I wasn't able to focus. And then I kind of realized that just having a plain conversation about how my Fridays looked versus someone else's, and I realized that coffee was actually not helping the situation at all. And so where I am with coffee now is that I have it on the weekend, or I have it in like a really casual sense, where I'm not trying to get something done. And so previously, my motivation to drink coffee then versus now is quite different. I do it for the enjoyment of it. And so I wanted to share a couple of things that has helped me to figure all of that out, because it is inherently a habit for a lot of people, and there might not be a lot of thought around it to start with. So first of all, yeah, the awareness of it. So how much coffee are you drinking, and how that actually makes you feel. So and the motivation around why. So it might be because everyone else is drinking it. It's just a habit. It's just what you do. And there's definitely a few things that you could just bring awareness to start with if you're questioning whether coffee is good or bad for you. And digestion is definitely one thing that a lot of people are affected by, or maybe not, but that was one very obvious thing for me. I noticed how my digestion would change, and whether I'd have like tummy discomfort and that kind of thing after having a coffee, and also because of the dehydration that comes from it as well. And also to remember that if you have a tendency to overthink things or feel anxious or get really stressed at work and feel like, whether in a social situation or work situation, things are too overwhelming for you with coffee, then maybe that is those tendencies exacerbated by having coffee as well. So I know that's definitely something for me. If I'm in a social situation, then I'm best not to have coffee, because the overthinking goes on overdrive, and suddenly everything is I take personally, and that's maybe an exaggeration, but it's definitely something to consider with your moods and your tendency to feel stressed or anxious. And also to remember that there are options, and I've explored all of the options because I now am okay to be that person that orders the turmeric latte or the matcha latte. There are so many delicious options now, and let me also just point out that a turmeric latte doesn't taste like a curry. It looks yellow because of the turmeric, but it tastes delicious, like it tastes like a chai or something like that. So I recommend trying it. Tea is also pretty underrated. I recommend having green tea because it does have the caffeine in it, and it also has L-theanine, which calms the nervous system and actually allows you to focus more. So it does boost your energy, and then it allows that, with that calming factor, to feel like you have more single-pointed focus. So I recommend the green tea as a goodie in the morning. That's something that I often drink in the morning. And so really that's it. I just wanted to kind of touch on a few areas around coffee. It's not inherently bad. It's not necessarily bad for you. It's more how much you're drinking and how it makes you feel. So I challenge you to bring your awareness to your coffee consumption as a habit, and feel free to reach out and talk to me about it, because I've been up and down with coffee for a few years, and it's an interesting topic to talk about, and often like an entry into paying attention to how things like this make you feel. So get in touch. Love to hear from you, and have a lovely Friday Arvo. Bye.